Hi everyone, I am Tony Lin, and I am Julia's older but not wiser brother. I first met Julia when I was 3 years old at the hospital. She seemed all right, and as soon as we brought her home, she started crying, and so, I was the only child by then, and so I wasn't used to it. So I demanded that my parents take her back to the hospital from whence she came. Luckily, they didn't do that, because I can't imagine living in a world without my sister. Julia is a kind, smart girl, and as you've already heard from my father, she's the perfect Asian kid. She was smart, hardworking, respectful. She was good at music and also creative in art. And through all of that, even with all of that, she still made time for me because probably I needed so much attention. She would still watch whatever TV show I wanted to watch, even though she would probably rather be reading. See, Julia loves reading, and she's really good at it. There's one time during the midnight launch of the last Harry Potter book, we went out and we each bought our own copies because we couldn't wait to read it. And as soon as we got home, Julia just started reading, and she finished it within a few hours, all in one sitting. So I probably didn't need to buy my own copy because I was only like a third or sixth of the way through because I'm really slow. But through that love of reading, Julia is also able to bless others as well. So my wife, Grace, and I recently had our first baby boy. And out of nowhere, I hear that Julia has decided to read a French parenting, sleep training book, just so that she could better understand my son, what I'm dealing with, and maybe give advice that a younger sister to an older brother would. One thing you should all know is that you can't learn everything from a book because he still wakes up at 5 a.m., even when we tried all the things you told us to do. So all that in mind, I always wondered, what kind of person would Julia end up with? And when I heard about Alex, my wife and I were very curious, and so we demanded to meet him. And so a meeting was set at TPT, which was already a great start because that place is awesome. So we're waiting in line, and then I'm curious who Alex is. Julia points over to someone walking towards us, and with the ultimate flex move, I see Alex walking over to us holding a Kindle. So here's a guy that loves reading so much that he brought an e-reader to our first meeting. So I was like, okay, maybe these two could work. But once we got our boba and once we kind of got to know each other, I got to just see how warm and friendly Alex is, and just the way that they talk to each other and how much they love each other, even from that. One thing that I noticed was he brought out another side of Julia I had never seen before, which is cutesy. Through all of that, I got to know Alex better and better as time went on, and he also has a really generous and serving heart, just like my sister. One time I visited River of Life, and Alex was typing away on his computer, and I was like, what's going on here? And apparently he was typing up notes to share onto GitHub of the sermon. And that's like the most Silicon Valley thing ever. And it was the exact amount of creative craziness that I think Julia can appreciate. So, Alex and Julia, I am so thankful that God placed you guys in each other's lives, and I just want to say I'm so happy for you guys. Be good to one another. I wish you a lifetime of happiness, love, and lots of laughter. So let's raise our glass and toast to my